channel, and today we are back on All Sports, that program where we give it to you as a sort in the world of sport. We are giving it to you as it's happening all over the world in the world of sport. But right now, all sports are congregated in the city of Paris, where everything is happening in the city of Paris for the Olympic that is ongoing, the Summer Olympic 2024 in the city of Paris. Of course, there's a lot of things that is happening in the city of Paris right now. We will be giving you the gist about the opening ceremony as well as other things that are happening in the city of Paris. Of course, the pre-season action is still on with the major football league that are preparing for the next football season that is coming up at the moment. Before we go into all this, my name is Lawal Ajibola Akonji Saheed. I'm your Legbasio Sports, and I'm telling you that today is going to be a bumper package as we are going to give it to you back to back, bumper to bumper, hot as it's happening in the world of sport. Sit down, relax. We will be right back to give you the full gist of everything. Welcome back, everyone. As I was saying before we went on that very short break, I'm telling you and I'm saying it to you that this is a season where all sports will be recognized. No matter what sport you are doing, there's some novelty sports that are coming into the Olympic at the moment. All of them are we are going to be giving it to you as it's on the world of sport and every other around the world as it's happening right now. Quickly, let's go to the Olympic opening ceremony. Yes, the opening ceremony comes up on Friday. Yes, the last Friday, opening ceremony of 2024 Summer Olympic. It took place on the 26th of July. That is last week Friday. And of course, you see there's a lot of events that are happening that in fact is a beautiful light show. If you see those light shows, you will know that there's a lots and lots of preparation that goes into making this happening. And of course, the Summer Olympic it took place on the 26th of July, as I said to you, across Paris. As mandated by the Olympic Charter, the proceedings included an artistic program showcasing the culture of host country and city, and the parade of athletes and the lighting of Olympic cauldron. The games were formally opened by the president of France in the person of His Excellency Emmanuel Macron. I'm telling you, the events that are happening across the scene, that beautiful river that day is a very beautiful. Of course, the weather does not permit a lot of things. It's part of the letdown of that very event. But then, as far as we are concerned, this is a very beautiful event as you see it, because for the first time in modern Olympic history, for the first time, as I informed you the other day, for the first time in modern Olympic history, the opening ceremony was held outside of a stadium. It was held outside of a stadium, whereby the parade of athletes is not even done on foot. It was done by canoe, where the athletes were all inside their particular canoes and they were paraded across the Seine River. Of course, with most of the procedures and performance taking place in several Paris landmarks and across the Seine River, most of the official protocols taking place at a temporary stadium in the Jardin du Trocadero. The program consisted of 12 chapters and featured a mix of live performance with film segments and animated sequences. All this that we're talking about the presentation of Lady Gaga, our own beautiful Celine Dion performing, and a lot of artists that perform that make these things beautiful. You will see the spirit of Olympic portrayed by a mysterious woman draped in the Olympic flag, galloping across the scene, just going. You see this mysterious person taking the torch from one person to the other, just lighting it up, and you see all these light effects. You see, in fact, it's a beautiful show there. Though their show, as beautiful as it is, has its own letdown, it has its own shortcomings, and there's a lot of scandals and other things that are coming up. Of course, a lot of accusations and whatever that are coming in. But before we go into that, let's quickly tell you that all these things that are going on is just showing us that the human nature will always be present in everything that we do, whether in sport or in life itself, especially in sport, where mistake can happen, and one person can say something one way, another person can translate it another way. But before we go into all that, I want to quickly go down onto our sponsors at Damascene Foundation. As you know them, we will be right back and we will give you the full gist of every other thing that is happening at the Olympic. Stay tuned. We will be right back. Welcome back, my viewers. As I was telling you, my name is Lawal Ajibola Akanji Saheed, your Legbashia Sport. As I said, that you are on to hot. If you're just joining us, this is All Sport on CTV, your #1 online TV channel. Let's quickly go down to the sport. The world of sport, talking about football in the ongoing Olympic. Football in the ongoing Olympic. The men football has been going on. That is the under-23 of every nations that qualify for this event has been going on for some times. And the result for the second matches that comes up, of course, we gave you the last one. The first matches in our previous edition of this very program. The result of the last one that happening, the second match, let's quickly give it to you that Japan beat Mali. Again, Mali has won the second match of the game. No, their first match of the game, they drew the first one. Japan beat Mali 1-0, while we have France beat Guinea 1-0 also. Paraguay and Israel is an harvest of goal, where Paraguay defeated Israel 4-2, while United States of America defeated New Zealand 4-1. Ukraine and Morocco, they played their game, and Ukraine was able to defeat Morocco 2-1. Remember, Morocco defeated Argentina in their first match 2-1. Now, the pound of flesh is being collected from them by Ukraine 2-1. While you see Egypt, Egypt also defeats Uzbekistan 2-1. As it stands now in the table with the men, the table of the men football now in Group A, we see France. After 2 games, they won their 2 games, and France are now in 6 points. They are topping the table with 6 points, followed by United States of America with only 1 game won and 1 game lost. They have 3 points. While you have New Zealand, 1 game won, 1 game lost, 3 points, and you have Guinea with no game won at all. They have lost their 2 games, and they are now at the bottom of the table with no points at all. Going to Group B, out of these 4 groups, you have Argentina topping their home group with 3 points after 2 games. They lost 1 game, they won 1 game, but they are topping on goal aggregate by 3 goals. Goal difference by 1 goal. Yes, 1 goal they are using to top the entire table. While you have the second person, the second team on the table is Morocco. Morocco too have 3 points after 2 games. They won 1, they lost 1. 0 go to them. That's why they are second. And of course, Ukraine is there in top place, also with 3 points, no goal. While you have Iraq also with 3 points and -1 goal. This is telling you that these 4 teams here, the game is open for these 4 teams to do as they like, because these 4 teams are all in 3 points, and all of them, they want to qualify to the next round of this very competition. Going to Group C quickly, we have the likes of Spain. Spain is in Spain won their 2 games and they have 6 points already. We have Egypt having 4 points after winning 1 and drew 1. Dominican Republic with 1 draw, they have 1 point, while you have Uzbekistan, they have no points at all. Yeah. Let's quickly move on to the female football. Yes, the women football. And you see the women football, this is a beautiful game. The women football is a beautiful game, because when you watch the women playing the game of football, you also know that there's nothing there when you see men playing. As our people say on the field of play, they say women don't they play, or even pregnant women, they don't they play this game. So no, they do there, no, they do whatever in the balance of the streets. As we're saying this to you now, over the weekend, we started the game of the female football over the last week. After the program last week, we started the game in the Paris Olympic. Let's quickly give it to you that the game started with Canada and New Zealand. Canada beat New Zealand 2-1. Also, Spain won Japan 2-1. Brazil defeated our whole Nigeria 1-0. That game was a war. It was very tough, but then Nigeria cannot take anything out of that game, as they lost the 3 points to Brazil. Germany also won their own game 3-0. They defeated Australia in that particular game. And of course, you have the United States of America defeating Zambia 3-0, and France beating Colombia 3-2. That is the first game of that group. The second game of that group comes up this last Saturday, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, and we see Japan playing Brazil. Japan was able to defeat Brazil at their home game 2-1 in that very particular game. Colombia won New Zealand 2-0. 2-0. Yes, Colombia won New Zealand 2-0, and Australia won Zambia 6-5. Gentlemen and ladies, this is an harvest of goal. Witnessing that particular game, you will know that there's nothing like we don't win. I've won this game. There's nothing like that until the final whistle. Almost a goal is not a goal, because witnessing this game, if you watch that very particular game, you will see the game that from the first goal, second goal, third goal, fourth goal, Zambia was leading that game by 4 goals. I think 5-1. Yes, 5-1. But then Australia start putting it 5-2, 5-3, 5-4, 5-5, and 6-5 for Australia to win that very particular game. It was an interesting game. In fact, it's an harvest of goal. It was raining goal up and down, everywhere, left and right. Goals was going in. And kudos to the winner of that very particular game. It's just a pity that our African representative in Zambia cannot capitalize on the advantage they have by leading that game with so much margin and so much goals. Yes, that is your game with the game with Zambia and Australia. Now going quickly down to Spain and Nigeria. Again, Nigeria was at the center of it, where we play our out yesterday. But unfortunately, the lack of good striking support, we say, denied Nigeria the victory in that very particular match, because Spain dominated the entire game. As far as we are concerned, the goalkeeper does a yeoman's job. That woman was just jumping left and right, saving everything. But unfortunately, no goalkeeper can save a goal. So Spain won Nigeria, scored Nigeria in the 85th minute, and they won that game by 1-0. And we have Canada again coming against France, and Canada defeated France 2-1, while you see United States of America continue their winning run by defeating Germany 4-1. At the end of the day, their table is looking very beautiful. Now, in Group A, the table in Group A looks, as you can see it on your screen, after 2 games, all of them has played 2 games. Colombia is leading very particular, is topping that particular table with 3 points and 1 goal difference. France 3 points, but no goal difference. They are also in 3 points. They won 1, they lost 1. While you have Canada in third place, they've lost their 2 matches. They have no points at all, and they are at two goals. Yes, minus 2 goals. While we have New Zealand minus 3 goals and no points at all. These 2 does not have anything at all. So at this moment in time, let's quickly move down to Group B. Group B, United States of America has won their 2 matches. They are at 6 points, 6 goals. This goal aggregate, and of course, Germany lost 1. They won 1. They are at 3 points and 4 goals. They have 4 goals. Now you have Australia winning their own 1 match, and they lost 1 match. They are 3 points again, but minus 2. They have deficit of 2 goals at the moment. So they are at the top position on the table, while Zambia have no point because they lost their 2 matches. Going down to Group C, where Nigeria is Spain is topping the table with 6 points. After having won both their matches, they have 6 points. Japan 3 points, they win 1, they drew 1. Brazil 3 points, they win 1, they drew 1. Why? But then Japan is topping Brazil at the moment with 3 goals. They have 3 goals. They aggregate 3 goals. Though their goal difference is the same, no goal, but then aggregate is 3 goals to 2 goals. So Japan is topping Brazil at the moment, while Nigeria is at the bottom of that table with no goal at all. What does this mean for that team, Nigeria, that is representing us at the moment? This means that out of that 12 teams in that very particular competition, 6 is going to qualify automatically. After 6 qualify automatically, then we are going to have two best losers. If Nigeria were able to win their last match against Japan, then they will be in 3 points. Maybe they will qualify for one of the two best loser slots. Maybe not. It's all calculation. When we are losing in Nigeria, we start calculating. That is Nigerian football for you. But at the moment, this is what is happening, and that is the reality in the world of football. Let's go to the world of basketball. Yes, at the moment in time, one very big good news for Nigeria. At the moment, Nigeria played their first match today. They played their first match, basketball match, and Nigerian women against Australia today. And Nigeria was able to defeat Australia today, this very morning. They defeated Australia 75 to 62, pardon me, 75 to 62 points. This very morning, they defeated them. In the first quarter, Nigeria was leading by 1 point, 18 to 17. In the second quarter, Nigeria was leading again by 12 points. Yes, Nigeria was leading them by 12 points. But then in the third quarter, Nigeria dropped 9 points, and that is 10-19. But in the fourth quarter, Nigeria collected their points back, their 9 points back, and then Nigeria won that game with a margin of 13 points. And they are doing well in the basketball at the moment. They did this in the presence of 24,000 plus fans. They watched that match, and that match was something to behold as Nigerian basketball team are doing up proud at the moment. Let's quickly go on another short break, and when we come back, we will show you what the table is looking like and what other sporting events are happening today in the Summer Olympic in Paris. Stay tuned. We will be right back. We're back once more, and now let's give it to you other sporting schedule that is happening right now in the Paris Olympic. As we say, if it's not over, it's never over. This Olympic is lasting us until August 11th, mind you. So let's give it to you. Sports like handball, shooting, rowing, judo, beach volleyball, hockey, basketball, tennis, volleyball, boxing, diving, equestrian, of course with the horses, table tennis, swimming, skateboarding, one of those ones. Some categories have been concluded and the medals have been awarded already. Fencing, sailing, badminton, rugby sevens for women, water polo, mountain bike cycling, archery, canoe slalom, artistic gymnastics. That is the final of that one will be happening later today. And the one that is capping everything is surfing. The day will be closing by 10:24 or 5, roughly around 10:30 p.m. today in the Olympic Village, where all the games will be closed for the day. Let's now go to the medal table. Yes, the medal table. How is it looking over there in the medal table? Of course, the medal table is being populated at the moment. It's being populated at the moment, and presently you see China is topping the table. Mind you, you see all these medals in this very Olympic at the moment. The medals that you are seeing right now is those exotic games that countries like Nigeria doesn't feature much. Many countries doesn't feature much in these games. Games like archery, shooting, cycling, that is mountain bike cycling, canoe slaloming, diving. All these games, they are judo. Yes, judo is there. I think some of those judos have been concluded and medals have been awarded for them. So let's give it to you that China is leading the table at the moment. China, they have 5 gold, 2 silver, 2 bronze for a total of 9 medals. Japan is in second place with 4 gold, 2 silvers, and 1 bronze. Of course, South Korea is in top place with 4 golds, 2 silver, and 1 bronze. And you have Australia in fourth place with 4 golds, 2 silvers. And you have United States in fifth place with 3 golds and 6 silvers. And of course, you have a lot of ties there as we are going on. As you can see on your screen over there, you will see that there's a lot of teams that are on tie. They tie the medal on the medal table. There's a lot of them that tie on the medal table. Looking at them, you will see France is in 6th place. France is in 6th place with 3 points, 3 gold and 3 silvers, 2 bronze, with a total of 8 8 medals. Mind you, someone can have 12 medals and still be in 5th place, talking about United States of America, because it's not the number of medals that matter, it's the number of golds that matter in this. Number 7 is Italy with a total of 6 medals, 1 gold, 2 silvers and 3 bronze. And you have Kazakhstan, only 1 gold and 2 bronze. You have Belgium, 1 gold, 1 bronze. Germany, 1 gold, only 1 gold, 1 gold, and they are in 10th place. Now in 10th place is three countries. Hong Kong, 1 gold. Uzbekistan, 1 gold. Now with all this, you will now have position number 11 and 12, of course, because 3 people are occupying position number 10. So you have position number 13 with Great Britain with no gold, 3 silvers and 2 bronze. And of course, you will have Brazil. We have Brazil in position number 14, Canada position number 14, Sweden position number 14. All of them, they are having this 1 silver and 2 bronzes. And of course, we move down to position number 17 now on the table. Yes, number 17 on the table. Number 17 on the table means that others have tied. So now you have 17th on the table, and 17th on the table means that Fiji now on the 17th, Kosovo 17th, MGL, yes, 17th, Poland 17th, Tunisia 17th, all of them with 1 silvers. Yes, you now have a country like Croatia and Egypt, Spain and Hungary, India, Midland and Mexico, Republic of South Africa and Switzerland. Every one of them are having 1 bronze, making a total of 30 countries on the table at the moment. 30 countries are on the table at the moment, and these 30 countries are trying as much as possible to get as much medals as possible, so that they can be the ones that will be the winner of this very particular Olympic. Let me quickly go on a short break. When I come back, I'm going to give you some very sweet gist in the Olympic Extra, as we call it, where we give you some other juicy tidbits of news that happens in the world of sport at the moment. Stay tuned. We will be right back. Now at the Olympic Extra, this part of the program where we give you some juicy tidbits of news that is happening currently. Paris Olympic opening ceremony is being criticized for disrespecting religious beliefs. Yes, this is what is happening because part of the opening ceremony, people believe it's parody the Last Supper. Yes, French bishop, U.S. companies and political figures react to the Last Supper drag queen performance at Paris Olympic. If you're looking at your screen, you will see the drag queens and those actors that were, of course, is just to them. It's just an event that they are just having. They are just because a lot of practice goes into those events. But then at the moment, the opening ceremony of the 2024 Paris Olympic has drawn significant backlash for the definition of Leonardo da Vinci's painting The Last Supper with a drag queen performance, which many feel as disrespectful to religious belief. The Catholic Church of France expressed its disapproval, stating on its X account, and I quote, "Unfortunately, this ceremony contains sins that mock Christianity, which we deeply regret," unquote. Because the controversy because of that, the controversy has led to a U.S. company, US-based technology company, Ceasefire, to pull its advertisement from the Olympic. This company says it cannot associate with an event that does not respect their own belief and stand. Because of that, the official video of Paris 2024 opening ceremony is deleted from Olympics account as viewers backlash grows. And the Paris Olympic organizer have issued an apology after severe backlash to the opening ceremony. The opening ceremony has received a very big severe backlash for this. And of course, moving to another part of this very event, some have termed that very opening ceremony, they term it as the worst opening ceremony, while some have said it is the best opening ceremony so far. The opening ceremony received mixed reception, with many praising the performances of Gojira, Aya Nakamura, that France hip-hop artist, Celine Dion and Lady Gaga, while criticism was directed at the length, the poor weather condition, the technical issues, and some elements of the production itself. Talking about that parody that I just told you about. And of course, most French newspapers praised this, while some conservative and Christian French commentators rejected it as woke propaganda. Quickly we go onto that app, Twitter, currently called X at the moment, and we just saw some there's some comments there that show you that highlight the feelings of people towards this very event. This very particular commentator said, "I hate to dunk on something," and I'm quoting that very particular person, mind you, and I quote, "I hate to dump on something that so much work went into, but it's fairly cringe when they show the masked dude running around with the torch, and it comes from pre-recorded beats filmed weeks about in the sunshine to the live feed in the absolute pissing of rain." One Twitter commentator wrote, yes, one commentator wrote that on Twitter, while another posted, "So we are not getting the athletes walking into a stadium, soaking in the atmosphere, waving their flags, but we have to watch plus 80 boats slowly floating down the river in the pissing rain." Whose idea was this? Somebody said that. And of course, but then all this, when you see all these negative comments, you will see some positive comment that is coming on, because the BBC presenter Delicate said the energy has absolutely ramped up. This has been going on for hours, and it just feels like the energy level have not dropped. If anything, they've picked up. This is saying about that event, because that event, there's no dull moment in that event. They just keep topping it and topping it and topping it. Although they have some laxity in one way or the other, which is expected in some events, but then they tried in that very particular event. And of course, still topping it up, cricket commentator Bara Sudarezan, he posted on his Twitter handle, and he said, "This has been totally worth waking up for. Such a fun opening ceremony so far. Wonderful storytelling throughout, with so many entertaining elements about the history and culture of France. How talented are these artists and performance on show? Wow." So this will tell you that it's a mixed feeling for this very particular Olympic. At the moment, some will say it's good, some will say it's bad. It depends on feelings of people that you are asking this very particular question. According to an adage, an African adage, he said, "What face you? What face you like this? It is the back that is used to face another person." So you are looking at the front, while another person is looking at the back of that very particular thing. So presently, that is what is on for the Olympic. Now, quickly moving down to Nigeria. This one is not a good news. Yeah, it's a sad news at the moment, because Team Nigerian boxer Cynthia Ogunsemilore was removed from the Paris Olympics women's tournament after testing positive for a banned doping substance. The International Testing Agency said this on Saturday. Ogunsemilore has left there. The ITA said Ogunsemilore is provisionally suspended and can't take part in the Olympic. Not only in the Olympic, Ogunsemilore cannot get involved in anything boxing until she's cleared, or the court they decide whether she's guilty of that very particular event. You remember Ogunsemilore won the gold medal at the African Games and the bronze medal at the 2022 Commonwealth Games in the female 60 category, talking about the 120 pounds category. She was due to take on Taiwan's Wu Qinyi in a round of 16 bouts on Tuesday tomorrow, but is now banned from all activities including training and coaching. This is a sad one. This is a sad one. We just hope that this will be a mistake. It will be a mistake. But then technology really make mistake. We just hope that this will come out well for Ogunsemilore as a person and for Nigeria, the team Nigeria as a whole. Now let's quickly now jump down to the preseason action. The preseason action. At that point in time, this point in time, I'm done with the Olympic. The Olympics. Yes, I'm done with the Olympic. Now the preseason action, the football event that is oncoming and is ongoing at the moment. Oncoming because the major league season is around the corner in August. The next 2-3 weeks we will be starting the major leagues, the La Liga, the Serie A, the EPL, the French league, Bundesliga, name it, they will be starting very soon close by. Even the MPFL will be starting at the end of next month, then next month, August. But then all these teams are getting ready. They are getting ready for the action. At the moment, they are trying as much as possible to test their players to see where they are lacking, where they are, where they are going to. At the moment, over the weekend, we saw Liverpool play Real Betis at their preseason ground in the United States of America. Liverpool defeated Real Betis 1-0. Vesi Kobel lost to Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham too, they are ramping up their preparation. They lost that game by 2-3. Hull City lost to Newcastle United. Newcastle United, of course, that's an EPL team too. They lost that game 2-0. Ipswich Town, the newly promoted team from the Championship to the English Premier League. Ipswich Town lost their own game too. The preparatory game to Fortuna Düsseldorf. They lost that game 1-2. Atletico Madrid, they drew their own preseason game over the weekend 1-1 with Numancia. And of course, when they are like this, it's just preparatory, so they just go to penalty. Let's just have fun. And Atletico Madrid won that game in penalty. Inter Milan beat Las Palmas of France. Of Spain, Las Palmas of Spain. Inter Milan, they beat them 3-0. But Chelsea, our own Chelsea, the Blues, yes, our Chelsea, they were thoroughly wiped, thoroughly beaten over the weekend. They were thoroughly beaten over the weekend by Celtic. Yes, they were beaten by Celtic 4-1. Manchester City lost to AC Milan of Italy 2-3. While you see Arsenal beat their Red Devil neighbor 2-1. Talking about Manchester United, Arsenal was able to beat them 2-1. And of course, as I said, it's just a preseason game, so let's go to penalty shootouts. And Manchester United, what they lacked during 90 minutes, they were able to recover during penalty shootout, and they won that by 4-3. But then, would they look penalty? Now full time 9 with they look, they don't lose, nothing concerns us. Of course, Columbus Crew in the United States of America, they were able to put a stop to Aston Villa win. Yes, Aston Villa preparing, they've been winning in their preseason game. But now, Columbus Crew just beat them 4-1. Yes, they beat them 4-1 over the weekend. These are some of the major events that happened in the preseason action of the football season that is oncoming at the moment. At this point in time, we want to put full stop to this program so that we will not give you everything. We will be giving you more as we come on the program next time. My name is Lawal Ajibola Akonji Said, and I'm saying, in the spirit of the Olympic, let us love each other and let's make sure that things work for each other, because life no balance. But as no balance reach, all of us need to work together in order for us to make things work as one. I will see you next time on this very same program. See you next time, and God bless you. Bye.